Dodgers and Padres are set to face off in the game 2 of this 3-game series. Dodgers hoping to get back into the win column after losing last night. For the Dodgers, leading things off, we have Mookie Betts in right field. Freddie Freeman's batting second at first base. Will Smith's doing the catching, batting third. Chris Taylor is going to be hitting cleanup. And at third base today, Max Muncy's DHing. Miguel Vargas is at second base and batting sixth. James Outman's batting seventh in center field. Trace Thompson's in left field batting eighth. And Miguel Rojas is going to continue getting starts at shortstop with Dustin May on the mound for the Dodgers. Leading things off for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to be in right field. Manny Machado is at third base. Juan Soto will be in left field. Xander Bogaerts is shortstop. Seeing Matt Carpenter for the first time with the Padres, he'll be DHing and batting fifth. Jake Cronenworth will be at first base. Hassan Kim will be at second base. Trent Grisham will be batting eighth in center field. And Brett Sullivan will do the catching, batting ninth. And Blake Snell, the lefty, is on the mound for the Padres. Blake Snell not having his greatest year. He has a 5.28 ERA coming into this game. He's given up at least 2 earned runs in every single one of his outings. He's also been struggling with command recently. He's issuing multiple walks in almost all of his games. His last game against the Reds, he didn't issue a single walk, but that was the first time all year. Dodgers, we're very familiar with him. I'm sure Blake Snell's happy Austin Barnes isn't in the lineup for the Dodgers, but all jokes aside, he normally does pretty okay against the Dodgers. They don't have too much success against him, so we're hoping to get to him early. As you know, we all know he has a track record of being on a pitch count, so he's only gone 6 innings once this whole year. So hopefully Dodgers can get to him early and get to that Padres bullpen. Looking at the Dodgers lineup, a couple interesting things. Chris Taylor is going to be at third base. Max Muncy was removed from the game early last night because he was feeling under the weather. So it's good to see him in the lineup. It looks like they're giving him just kind of a breather at third base as he's DHing. You know, I know it's a lefty on the mound for the Padres, but Michael Busch is on the roster, and I'm not really sure what he's doing at this point. I mean, it doesn't help him to necessarily be at AAA, but you'd think with, like, if you're going to give somebody a day off at third base, and that's one of Michael Busch's, one of the positions he's played this year, and he's a little bit more comfortable with, you'd figure maybe you could get Michael Busch in that third base, and then you could even, kick Chris Taylor out to the outfield. The Dodgers still seem to insist that Trace Thompson is somehow going to start hitting left-handed pitching, even though he hasn't all year. He'll get a chance to today, but I think preferably for me, I would have liked to see Chris Taylor in left field instead of Trace Thompson, and you get Michael Busch at third base. I mean, maybe defensively this is better, but his bat, it can't be as bad as Trace Thompson's so far this year. So I would have personally liked to see Michael Busch get the start today. Hopefully, maybe we can see him later in the game for the pinch hit situation. For the bullpen for the Dodgers, pretty much everyone's going to be available. They'll probably stay away from Bickford, but because of yesterday and how things kind of went, we didn't really use too many of the big guns. So you still have Evan Phillips, Bruce Darker-Adderall if you need it. Caleb Ferguson still available as well. So hopefully the Dodgers, Dustin May has a good outing and gets 6-7 strong from him to kick things out to our better relievers. I do see the Dodgers hopefully winning today. I think this is kind of their best chance because Blake Snell kind of has a history or a track record of not staying late into games. This is a good opportunity for the Dodgers to get to him early, get him out of the game, and then go face the Padres bullpen. It has been pretty good this year. Obviously, we saw Josh Hader and Nick Martinez last night, and they did pretty well. But I still like our chances against any bullpen over the starter. A couple quick notes. We saw Wander Suero for the first time last night in the Dodgers. In the move to bring him up, they optioned Gavin Stone to AAA. So it doesn't look like Gavin Stone will be getting another start. It's unfortunate, but hope to see him up later in the year, work on a couple things, and down in AAA, and then come back hopefully with a stronger performance. Like I mentioned already, Max Muncy was feeling under the weather, so I think that's why we're seeing him at DH and not at third base. And then Dave Roberts will not be managing tonight. I believe he's going to his son's graduation, so he will not be at the game. Dan Lehman, I believe is his name. I hope it's Dan. Maybe it's Dave. Lehman, regardless, will be managing in Dave Roberts' stead. Let me know in the comments what you think Dustin May's final line is going to look like tonight. Do you think Trace Thompson gets a hit off left-handed pitching? I do think the Dodgers can pull out a victory here. I like the lineup for the most part. I already mentioned the Michael Busch, Chris Taylor thing. I like the lineup. I like our chances hopefully getting to the Padres bullpen. I think that's the way they win. But yeah, I will see everybody tomorrow.